Welcome to beautiful JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, Florida for Grapefruit League Baseball as the Tampa Bay Rays come in to take on the Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. One of the bigger question marks heading into the 2012 season is the Red Sox rotation. And a guy who used to work in the 8th inning is now going to be starting games for the Red Sox. We'll see him tonight at Daniel Bard.
Yeah, we'll continue to see the progress Daniel Bard has been making as a starting pitcher. And quite a bit goes into that. You know, a guy that's used to working just probably 1, maybe 2 innings in a ball game, now expected to go 5 or 6. And it takes some arm building. There's no question about that. He's also got to practice working out of the windup, which is a major adjustment for any relief pitcher going into the starting role, and also refine his changeup, and he's been doing a very good job of it so far. So right now, it looks like Daniel Bard is ready to become a starter for the Boston Red Sox. Should
be a lot of fun to watch tonight. A team the Red Sox are going to see a lot during the regular season. The Rays are here. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture, the official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Your New England Chevy dealers, Ace Ticket, and by Bob's Discount Furniture. Well, good evening once again. Welcome back to JetBlue Park as the Red Sox take the field tonight. Last night we had some rain. So far tonight it's been a very nice night here in Fort Myers, Florida. Let's check out the visiting Tampa Bay Rays starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Desmond Jennings leading it off in left field. B.J. Upton had a very good year last year in center field, bat second. Ben Zobrist at second base with Matt Joyce in right in the cleanup spot. Jeff Keppinger, former Astro and Giant, is at third base. Stephen Voigt is the DH with Elliott Johnson at first base. Tim Beckham is at shortstop. He bats eighth. And Chris Jimenez, who was in Seattle last year, does the catching. He bats ninth. And on the mound tonight for the Red Sox, Daniel Bard. Made 70 appearances out of the bullpen last year. Did have 9 losses. It was 2-9 with a 3.33 earned run average. Starting pitcher is brought to you by New Balance, the official footwear and apparel sponsor of the Boston Red Sox. New Balance, let's make excellent happen.
The defense tonight for the Red Sox, they'll have Kevin Youkilis at third base, Jose Iglesias the shortstop, Nick Punto at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Darnell McDonald, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Juan Carlos Linares. And Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Daniel Bard.
Umpiring crew tonight, it is in behind the plate, Chad Whitson. First base, Jeff Kellogg. Second base, Marvin Hudson. And Manny Gonzalez, the umpire, at third. The infield will be moving around as they do during spring training. And the conditions tonight, 84 degrees, a warm day here. It's going to be warm for the remainder of the weekend. Breeze northeast at 6 miles per hour. Clear skies here in the area tonight. Red Sox will be on the road tomorrow in Sarasota to take on the Orioles. We'll be with you, but Jerry, this is certainly one of the big stories of spring training, is to see the transformation for Daniel Bard going from the bullpen very successfully from the bullpen into the starting rotation.
Now, one appearance so far, that coming against the Baltimore Orioles. In that game, 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs. Did have a walk and a couple of strikeouts.
This was an idea that was kept pretty quiet for a long time during the offseason, and then the Red Sox certainly with a need at the back end of the rotation. Starters 4 and 5, and there's a pop-up foul off to the right. It'll get out of play. Jerry, my first question, and I actually asked Daniel Bard this, but when you think about a guy like Bard who throws 98, 99, what will he be throwing early in games? Will he pace himself? I mean, that fastball is at 95.
Yeah, I don't think you can consistently throw, like he did coming out of the bullpen. He knew he was in to face maybe 3 batters, and he's probably going to be throwing that fastball, as we saw last year, as high as 99 miles an hour, and every now and then touching 100. I think it's going to be a little bit more under control this year, but he still has the ability to hit the mid-90s as a starting pitcher. There's no question about that.
And the other question, certainly we've seen the fastball and the slider, on occasion the changeup. Will we see more of the changeup now as a third pitch?
We will, and we'll probably see quite a few of them in the game tonight.
Swing and a miss as Desmond Jennings strikes out for the first out.
Well, that was not the changeup. That was the slider right here from Daniel Bard, and he's got a very good one. Makes it easy when you're ahead in the count. You just throw it out of the zone and hope the hitter chases.
Everybody looking on here as Bard gets a start here at JetBlue Park. 1 out in the first inning. Then it brings up B.J. Upton. Swing and a miss.
Well, there's the changeup right there, Don. And, he's got a changeup. He featured it quite a bit as a relief pitcher. And it's what he's trying to really refine and work on this spring. And that was a very good one right there at 89 miles an hour.
97 that time. Good fastball, and it's 0-2. Bob McClure, a guy who knows a lot about going from a reliever to a starter, and under the watchful eye, has been keeping a close eye on Bard, as you might imagine, coming in here to spring training. Learning everybody on the staff, but spending even more time with Daniel Bard. Had the chance to talk to him yesterday, and that entire conversation will be on NESN Daily later on tonight.
Shakes off the fastball, wants to go outside with it.
Grounded to second as Punto ranges to his left, and there's 2 down in the first inning.
Saltalamacchia wanted to go inside with the fastball. Bard said, nope, let me try outside, and the results are very good. The ground ball is second base.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Ben Zobrist. 20 home runs last year for Zobrist. 91 runs driven in. Tampa Bay Rays last year, of course, getting to the postseason on the last night when the Red Sox did not. And were beaten in the American League Division Series by the Texas Rangers in a 4-game series.
Changeup right here.
Not biting is Zobrist. Bard pitched 2 scoreless innings with a walk and 2 Ks in his first start, as you see the manager of the Rays, Joe Maddon, getting his team to the postseason again last year.
What's he going to do this year, Don? Is he going to let his hair grow out again all season long?
You know what they're going to do? For charity, Joe Maddon announced that he and the Rays players and staff will shave their heads on Thursday to pay tribute to children who are battling cancer. So this year they're going to make it a charitable effort as well, kind of tying into a team building thing that they do a lot of. There's ball 4, and down to first base goes Ben Zobrist.
Now, one thing you may expect to see in Bard's stock this spring are quite a few throws to first base. That'd be, a lot of times late in the ball game as a setup guy or a closer, you don't really concern yourself that much with the runner at first base. As a starter, that's a different story, and you may see Bard working on that.
Matt Joyce, the batter. Came over from the Tigers to the Rays, and the Edwin Jackson deal as Saltalamacchia heads out to talk to Bard. It is 5 straight balls now thrown by Bard. Joyce last year in 141 games for the Rays hit at .277. That's in there for a strike at 96. Bard had also pitched in a B game, going an inning, giving up a run on 2 hits the 1st of March, but last time out against Baltimore, 2 scoreless innings. Very unusual for Bard. He's trying to figure out what to do with the rest of his time in between starts. Of course, now he's not going to pitch every day coming to Fenway Park, which was always a possibility in the past, trying to bide his time in between starts and get used to being a starting pitcher. He's trying to figure out a pregame schedule, a ritual that so many starters have kept over the years. You think back to guys like Curt Schilling, who pitched here, who had a very strict regiment before games and what to do, and Danny Bard's trying to figure all that out. It's outside, 3-1.
Well, you have your off day, you have your side day, you have a lot of running to do in between. I'm sure it's something that he'll get very comfortable with in a hurry.
Hopped up, foul ground as Saltalamacchia and Euclid give chase, but they'll have no play.
I think the toughest thing, Don, for a starter is the fact that, if you're a relief pitcher and you have a bad night, there's a very good chance the next night you're going to be right back in there. If you have a bad start, you're going to wait 4 days in between. So you've got to keep your head squared on pretty straight when you have one of those tough outings. And they all have them.
Line foul. And remains a full count to Matt Joyce. Coming up, we'll tell you about a very nice group of kids that we had the chance to meet today here at JetBlue Park. Annual visit that we will show you. Runner goes on the 3-2 again, and it's fouled off by the Rays dugout. Fouled off again and wasting more Bard pitches. This will find its way into the seats. So the 19 pitch first inning so far for Bard. Struck out Desmond Jennings swinging. Upton grounded out. He walked Zobrist on 4 pitches, now in a battle with Matt Joyce. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Joyce. And a grounder to first. Tough hop, but Gonzalez will take it to the bag and win the foot race. Bard through the first. We're back to JetBlue Park after this. First inning, we mentioned there's some special guests here tonight as we take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup. Nick Punto leads it off. The Red Sox starting lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. As Nick Punto at second base, Jose Iglesias at shortstop, Jacoby Ellsbury in center, Adrian Gonzalez at first. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching with Kevin Youkilis at third, Darnell McDonald in left, Juan Carlos Linares in right, and Alex Hassan is the DH. He bats ninth. Nick Punto leading it off. Wade Davis on the mound tonight for the Rays. And a first pitch strike. The Rays are extremely deep in their starting rotation. Davis last year 29 starts, 11 and 10 with a 4.45 earned run average, 105 Ks. This is a team that just keeps pumping out good starting pitchers. Rays adding another last year, Matt Moore, pitched for them in the playoffs and was outstanding. And one of their very good starters. And while the Red Sox do not appear to be very deep in their rotation to begin the year, the Rays certainly are.
And that's why a lot of publications are picking the Rays to finish second in the American League behind the Yankees.
1-2 is outside, and it's 2-2. Nick Punto, 63 games with the St. Louis Cardinals a year ago. Became known as the Shredder, as he literally ripped the shirt off his teammates who would have walk-off victories, and there were quite a few down the stretch, and of course playoffs and the World Series. Former Minnesota Twins, 7 years. Coming here to Fort Myers for spring training with the Twins. Ball four, and Punto's aboard to begin things here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, I mentioned a special group is here. More than 40 kids from the Dana-Farber Center and the Jimmy Fund are here, making their annual trip down here to Fort Myers. They get in yesterday at about 5 p.m. Actually arrived at 11:30. They started their trip at 5 p.m. from Logan Airport. Got down here at about 11:30 last night. And today had the chance to meet a lot of Red Sox players. And then head up to the suite where they are right now. And It is something that they certainly look forward to every year, and the players do as well. A chance to spend time. A lot of the Jimmy Fund kids also make a trip during the regular season as well. We saw them last year in Pittsburgh. And they know they're on TV now. Lisa Scherber, as always, bringing them down here, doing a terrific job. The runner goes, pit fouled off by Iglesias.
Well, we've seen a lot of activity from the Red Sox on the bases, whether it be stealing, delay stealing, hit and run. Looks like it might have been on the first pitch, a hit and run put on by Bobby Valentine.
Numbers for Iglesias last year, hitting at .235 at AAA. Played in 10 games with the Red Sox. Again, and it is through the right side. Contact made, and Punto just keeps going to third base. Throw is cut off, and it's first and third.
Well, you don't see that very often where you put the hit and run on back-to-back pitches, but they do. And this time Iglesias with the contact in the hole between first and second. And the Red Sox have a first and third situation as Punto continues on to third base. Red Sox have been very, very active on the base paths.
First and third, nobody out. And it brings up Jacoby Ellsbury, batting out of the number 3 spot. You see some of these spring training games and you have a tendency to read into where guys are in the order. And so far we found out Bobby Valentine do not read into anything. With Ellsbury batting third in the game tonight really does not mean anything.
No, it means he's batting third tonight.
Tonight.
That's it.
In spring training.
Yeah. And he's asked about it every day.
Yes.
What the lineup's going to be, and he has no answer every day for it.
President CEO Larry Lucchino will be along. Join us live. We will have Larry here in the top half of the third inning. I mean, it really started with the very first game right out of the chute with Pedroia leading off and Ellsbury batting second when the question started. Is this something you're going to do? And said, I don't know.
Well, we have not seen Ortiz lead off yet.
No, but it's possible.
It's possible. We could see
Bobby
that.
more at bats. David homered here last night. In the dirt, gathered by Jimenez to his right. Former Seattle Mariners catcher.
Nice block by Jimenez there as that ball, curveball, is going to come back toward him. But he's able to get down, block the ball, save a run.
The walk and a single, first and third, nobody out. Davis working here in the first inning. 2-2. Carl Crawford, the former Ray, looking on here. It's JetBlue Park. On the outside corner for strike 3. Ellsbury didn't like it. Whitson rings him up. And Wade Davis gets the strikeout for the first out.
Davis was very unhappy with a non-strike call earlier in this inning against Punto. That time he picks up the outside corner with the fastball to get Jacoby Ellsbury looking.
One out, first and third. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. 338, 27 homers, 117 runs batted in last year in his first season in Boston. Outside ball 2-0.
Gonzalez making the play to end the top of the first inning. It becomes a foot race, and that's one thing Adrian Gonzalez does not want to become involved in, is a foot race. But that time he shows his blazing speed to get the runner at first base.
Down and in, 3-0. Wade Davis still just 26 years old. 2-2 in 09, 12-10 in 2010, and 11-10 last year. 29 starts for the Rays. Trying to grab that outside corner and cannot, and walks Adrian Gonzalez. 2 walks in the inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. So bases loaded for the Red Sox. One down here in the first inning. Chance for Jared Saltalamacchia to do some damage. 103 games last year for Jared. Finished hitting .235. Bobby Valentine saying today that he anticipates Jared will get the bulk of the starts again. And is catching virtually everybody on the staff right now in preparation for the season.
Yeah, in particular, Shopik, Levonway, and Saltalamacchia. He wants all 3 of those guys comfortable with all of the pitches on this Red Sox staff.
Up high, and it's 2-0. Jared will be joining us tonight once his business is done tonight behind the plate. Give us a breakdown of Daniel Bard's start tonight. Bard to start, then Alfredo Aceves work the middle innings tonight. Is a chance to see a couple of guys that may be in the rotation. Kevin Youkilis, who joined us in game last night, waits on deck. Down and in, and Davis behind again. He's had a little control trouble here in the first.
And to the Red Sox credit, they have not helped out Davis by swinging at bad pitches.
Outside ball, Forney walks in a run. Third walk of the inning leads to the Red Sox first run. Pinto from third. An RBI for Saltalamacchia on the walk, and here is Kevin Youkilis. 120 games for Uke last year, 258 before the sports hernia ended his. On the ground towards short. Beckham the second for one, on to first for two. It'll end the inning. Davis needed that. Red Sox do get a run and take a 1-0 advantage at the end of one. Top of the second inning. It's time now for the Bob's Discount Furniture Inside Word. And Daniel Bard talking about how his new teammates scout him.
They have had hitters standing in even in our warm-ups and our bullpens, just tracking pitches. And I've had a chance to ask guys, Sweeney, Punto, I'm asking what they're seeing out of my hand. If I throw a breaking ball or something, I'm saying, did you see fastball out of the hand, or did you see the hump? Did you see it come up out of my hand? And it's really good getting feedback from those guys, especially Punto. I mean, veteran hitter, seen many pitches as anybody, and new looks too, guys who have faced me in years past. So great getting feedback, and like I said, trying to make all your pitches look the same out of your hand.
New teammates and guys that have seen him in the past, and trying to help him not tip pitches. And
now make sure that every pitch is coming out of the same angle. Sometimes the pitchers get in the habit, if they're throwing their breaking ball, they may drop their elbow a little bit, come down to the side. Hitters certainly can pick that stuff up.
Jeff Kevinger, the batter, Houston and San Francisco last year, the third baseman. In the air to right field, Juan Carlos Linares back a few steps to put it away for the first out of the second inning. Well, the popular double play packs are now available for the 2012 season. Create your own unique package with seats for 2 great games. Pair a day with the Yankees or an exciting summer weekend game with an early season game in April or May. Get your double play packs tickets now at redsox.com/double play. 1 out in the second inning for Stephen Voigt. AAA Durham last year, where he hit .290 on the year. Outside 2-1, 96 on the fastball from Bard. And a strikeout in the first inning and a walk. Faced 4 batters. 1 out here in the second inning. Falls behind 3-1. Elliott Johnson waiting on deck for Tampa Bay. Runs it inside, ball 4, and there's the second walk given up by Bard. 1 out walk this time, and it brings up Elliott Johnson. '70 games for Johnson last year. He hit under 200 with the Rays. Hard throw to first. Adrian Gonzalez reels it in. Not close as White gets back to the bag. .95 and a strike. Bard, who made his major league debut in 2009. One fought off foul, jammed him at 96, and it's 0-2.
The fastballs from Bard so far in this game have ranged from 94 to 96 miles an hour.
that one in 96 up around the letters and foul back.
One foul back, still 0-2. A best of 3 series, which you saw right here on NESN today. BU beat UNH 4-2 in the Hockey East quarterfinals. Merrimack and Maine 1-1. Maine leads the series 1-0. And Boston College and UMass, we see, with a 2-1 lead. Providence and UMass Lowell tied 1-1 in their series. Euclid from third's got to hurry up, but it's not going to be in time. So an infield hit for Elliott Johnson. Voigt takes second base. First hit of the night for the Rays.
Yeah, just a little squib down that third base line, and you can see Euclid's cutting in front of the shortstop. The sidearm flip, but not in time to get Elliott Johnson at first base, who runs very well.
So 2 on 1 away, and it brings up Tim Beckham, the shortstop. His numbers from AAA Durham a year ago. Going away for ball 1. 32 pitches and an inning and a third so far for Bard. Pickoff play at second, and that one almost got away. Punto cutting in.
Looked like on the pickoff attempt, Bard had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove. Punto going to second base. And back standing up is Voigt.
Now, one of the new Tampa Bay Rays, Luke Scott. Some things to say that we will cover next inning. Chop foul outside the bag at third, and it's now 2-1. Voigt at second, Johnson at first, 1 out. On the ground right side, Punto will go to second for 1. Not in time at first. They do get Johnson at second base. As Voigt takes third, and Beckham will reach at first.
Yeah, just too far to go for Punto for the Red Sox to be able to complete the double play. Punto makes a very nice play, going to his left, spinning, throwing, giving a good throw to Iglesias, but just too far to go to his left to be able to turn over the double play.
So first and third, 2 down, and Chris Jimenez. "24 games with Seattle last year. He hit .203. Prior to that, experience in the big leagues with the Cleveland Indians. Parts of 2 years. Softly rolled towards second, Nick Punto. goes to first to end the inning. So Margaret's had a little bit of trouble in the second inning. It's 1-0 Boston. Bottom of the second inning back at JetBlue Park as Darnell McDonald leads it off. Then Juan Carlos Linares and Alex Hassan face Wade Davis, who gave up a run in the first, walked 3, and finally turned into a run. He got a big double play to get out of the inning. Darnell McDonald, who hit a home run here last night. That's a liner fair down the left field line to the corner. McDonald, who also had a double last night, has another double and swinging a hot bat so far in the spring.
Now, sometimes McDonald has difficulties with breaking balls, but now when they're right over the plate like that, curveball right there from Davis. McDonald stays back nicely in the hard line drive down that left field wall for the leadoff double here in the second inning. Keep the breaking ball away from Donnell. He has some problems with that one, as do most right-handed hitters, but leave it out over the plate. Hits it hard down that left field line.
Lead runner on here in the second inning. Juan Carlos Linares now in on the right side. Start in right field. Shows bunt and pops it up foul out of play. And how much bunting Linares has done.
Right there trying to move Darnell McDonald to third base. With a push bunt, it looked like towards second base.
Larry Lucchino joining us next half inning from JetBlue Park. Linares batting now. Alex Hassan waiting on deck. Milton Mass product. Ball 2, 2-1. Mentioned Alfredo Estevez will be working here tonight as well, and he is warming up in the pen. tight, and Linares ahead now, 3-1. Red Sox have 2 hits off Wade Davis. Single by Iglesias in the first inning, and then Darnell McDonald will lead off double to begin things here in the second inning. Fly ball skied to deep center field. B.J. Upton has room and makes the catch. Tagging at second, heading for third is McDonald, and Darnell will get there.
And Linares putting a good charge into this one, back up close to that center field wall, and Darnell McDonald has to pick it up a little bit at the end as that throw was very strong from B.J. Upton, the center fielder.
So infield in all the way around now for the Rays. McDonald at third base, 1 out for Alex Hassan. Numbers with the Portland Sea Dogs a year ago. The squeeze is on, and it's dropped down, a foul ball. So a squeeze play tried here by Bobby Valentine.
Well, now we've seen it all. We've seen the hit and run. We've seen steals, delay steals, and now an attempted squeeze that you don't see very often in spring training, and you don't see very often early in ball games.
In tight, Hassan jumping back out of the way, and then a bluff from Jimenez has McDonald diving back. Wade Davis, 34 pitches deep into his outing, 1 out here in the second inning. Runner at third, infield in all the way around. In again.
Well, if Valentine was going to squeeze again, he would probably do it on this count, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Another bluff, and McDonald back to the bag at third. Ball 4, and Hassan down to first base. 4th walk given up by Davis. We're talking about Luke Scott, formerly of the Baltimore Orioles. He was talking about when the Red Sox fans come in and just their arrogance. The fans come in and they take over the city. Baltimore at the time, they're ruthless, they're vulgar, they cause trouble, they talk about your family, swear at you. Who likes that? People do that, just gives you more incentive to beat them. And when things like the last game of last year happen, you celebrate it even more. So Luke Scott staying in the division and now a member of the Rays.
And not a fan of Red Sox fans
No.
who come down to Baltimore.
Apparently not. On April 13th, the Red Sox will be hosting Tampa Bay in the home opener. Luke Scott will be introduced at Fenway Park. Swing and a miss.
Plus, every trip that we make to Baltimore, there seem to be more Red Sox fans there
Yes.
than Baltimore fans.
Certainly has to be frustrating for the Orioles over the years. The entire stadium kind of taken over every time the Red Sox come in, and it's largely the same, I think, when the Yankees are in. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and no throw from Jimenez. So a stolen base for Alex Hassan. Gets into scoring position with one out. Second and third.
Just a fake throw there by Jimenez as if he was going to throw through. And the reason for the fake is to see if he can get McDonald off that third base bag at third. There's the fake. No play at second base. Takes a look to third, but McDonald's not off far enough to make a play there. Looked like he wanted to throw through, but almost got confused on who was covering.
This will be the 40th pitch of the night for Wade Davis. And a foul tip strikes out Nick Punto. Second strikeout for Davis, 2 down. We're talking about the Rays being in Fenway Park on opening day. Here's a look at the April schedule for the Red Sox. Open up on the road after exhibition game in Washington. They will head to Detroit for opening day baseball from Comerica Park. And then it is on to Toronto to begin that first road trip of the year. Red Sox will be back home to take on Tampa Bay and Texas, as well as New York, to wrap up the month of April.
Kind of a tough schedule to open up with the Red Sox, isn't it?
Yes.
Tigers, Tampa Bay, Yankees on that schedule.
Texas. Red Sox dealing with 4 playoff teams in the first month of the year. Second and third, 2 down. Jose Iglesias single to right field first time up as he takes ball 1. Iglesias has one of the 2 hits the Red Sox have in the game tonight. He's actually ahead now 2-0. Now to right center field. B.J. Upton will go back and drop it. Here to get some of the glove. 2 runs coming in here for the Red Sox as McDonald scores, Hassan scores, and Iglesias will end up at third base. Like B.J. Upton got there but couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, that's probably going to go an error on B.J. Upton in center field. It's a ball he had tracked and a ball that it looked like he was going to make a play on and make it fairly easy. You see him slowing down and it just clanks right off the end of the glove. So it should have been the third out of the inning. Ends up being a big break for the Red Sox.
So Iglesias at third base. They charge Upton with the error. 2 runs in and a 3-0 Red Sox lead. And here we go again. Just a straight steal, and he's out. I don't know if Jacoby missed the sign or not. Trying to steal home there is Iglesias, and he is out to end the inning. Red Sox get 2 runs, take a 3-0 lead. Larry Lucchino will be with us when we come back to JetBlue Park after this. For some great early season matchups, the first homestand of the season includes a couple of big games. The defending American League champion Texas Rangers visit Fenway Park for a 2-game series April 17th and 18th. Second homestand features a 3-game series with Oakland on April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd. Don't miss out on these exciting early season games. Get your tickets today at redsox.com/tickets. Well, the president and CEO of the Boston Red Sox, Larry Lucchino, joins us in the booth as the Red Sox have a 3-0 advantage. And Larry, you have to be very pleased with the way that JetBlue Park has turned out. This is a beautiful facility.
Well, thank you, Don. It is a beautiful facility. That seems to be the first response people have. What a gorgeous facility. But it's certainly more than that. It's a really efficient way to train with everybody in one place, and it's got a great feel for baseball, and it's a competitive advantage. The ballpark similarities and all of that.
Well, we left here last year in spring training. Really was some dirt that was pushed around, and you kind of wondered whether or not they'd have a chance to get this facility done, but they did. They got it done.
It was March 4th in 2011 when we had the commencement of construction, and it was March 4th, 2012 when we had the ribbon cutting ceremony. And what's great about it is it appears that it will be a win-win proposition, both for the baseball tenant and for Lee County, Florida. In terms of tourism attraction, it'll be an economic generator of tax revenues and tourist dollars.
Certainly well received by the players. The conditions here outstanding for training. The great ballpark as we look at it now on our screen. All the fields out and back, which is something the Red Sox did not have the advantage of over the last number of years.
And that makes a big difference. Having everyone together enables you to develop the kind of Red Sox culture and climate. Having everyone together allows more experienced baseball eyes to look at more young baseball players. And I think it's, as I said a minute ago, it's not just a gorgeous place with a beautiful feel, but it's also a competitive advantage for us.
Ground ball to shortstop. Iglesias has got it, and there's the first out of the third inning. Well, Larry, this is the 100th anniversary of Fenway Park, and I know a great deal of planning has gone into it, but you have to be very excited about what's coming up here this season at Fenway. Yeah,
it's a very exciting year in so many ways. Just the team has something to prove from last year. That makes an interesting and exciting year. The 100th anniversary certainly will give us a ton of special experiences, memorable events, and opportunities to celebrate the history of Fenway Park. We'll do them on the field. We'll do them, various contests and special events. It's going to be a fitting celebration of Fenway Park, and I hope it's large and extensive and goes on for much of the season as a result. Of course, the birthday game is April 20th, but there are a lot of events going on currently, a lot that will go on before, and several that will go on afterwards. And I think we're going to try to get our fans actively engaged in various things. There'll be a contest for kids. There'll be a selection of their Fenway team, the 100 best players that played at Fenway Park. That activity has just begun. We're in the process of picking the right-handed pitcher and left-handed pitcher. But there are plenty of those things. There's an open house on April 19th. There's a book that's out there. The Fenway 100 coffee table book is very popular. We're about to go into a second printing on that. So there are a lot of things, but we never forget that the central purpose, the central motion of the club has got to be towards winning baseball, winning competitive, exciting baseball, and we don't lose sight of that for an instant.
Well, it's popped up down the first base line, foul ground. Adrian Gonzalez over towards the tarp and reaching in, able to make the catch. Nice play by Adrian Gonzalez. Very good concentration for the second out.
Very tough play here for Adrian Gonzalez as he heads over toward the top, reaches over and into the first row of the stands. Of course, Adrian Gonzalez, Gold Glove first baseman for the Boston Red Sox, and shows why right there.
Larry, you mentioned so close to the postseason last year and wanted to get back there again. This whole thing during the offseason to add a wild card team seems like a very good idea.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. I have mixed feelings about it. I do like the. I know the commissioner was strongly in favor of it and made it happen, and I think it is a good thing for baseball overall. But the one-game playoff is the thing I have the mixed feelings about. I do like the extra team in the postseason, but the one-game playoff, the tie-break, the wild card day.
Off the glove of Punto to find its way into center field. A 2-out base hit for Ben Zobrist.
I love the excitement. The winner go home aspect of it is very very exciting for baseball. We don't have enough seventh games in our series, so it seems. So this is going to be interesting. But baseball is about winning series, not just winning single games. So I got to get used to that. But I think I will. But I do love the initiative that the commission has taken on this, and I think it will inject a lot of new excitement into the season. Every game will indeed matter. If you're going to play that one-game play-in game, you want to be a game ahead of the other wild card team, so you play at home. The difference between being a wild card team and being a division winner is enormous now. So every game does matter, and I think that's a good thing for baseball.
And more cities certainly involved for longer into the regular season. This one is sent to right. Linares is back there to make the catch. Larry Lucchino, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you.
Okay, Don. Nice to see you, Gary. Good.
Red Sox with the lead from JetBlue Park. Action in Sarasota as they take on the Baltimore Orioles. John Lesser slated to pitch 4 innings, while Aaron Cook, a candidate for the 5th spot in the rotation, also scheduled to pitch. Our live coverage begins at 1 o'clock. Remind you, Red Sox spring training baseball presented by Southwest Airlines. Wade Davis back on the mound as Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off. Now the last inning, Jerry, ended very strangely with Ellsbury batting, and that was a straight steal, you think?
It looked like a straight steal of home plate. I think you just got messed up when the hands moved from the pitcher Wade Davis, and you don't see that very often. Certainly with 2 outs and a left-handed hitter like Jacoby Ellsbury at the plate, and Iglesias gunned down at home. We've seen everything.
Yes. Very early in spring training, we're seeing everything.
And that's what Valentine said he was going to do. He was going to do a lot of different things. Not necessarily that he'll do them in the same style during the season, but he wants people to get accustomed to doing those things, so when asked to do them, they can do them.
chop to first and a flip to Davis, who covers the bag for the out on Ellsbury. One out in the third inning, and going to bring up Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian walked in the first inning, one of 4 walks given up by Wade Davis through the first 2 innings.
It looked like the most surprised guy in that steal was Jacoby Ellsbury,
Yes.
standing at home plate.
That's in there for a strike to Adrian Gonzalez. This is line down the right field line, a fair ball. Goes around in the corner as Adrian is headed for second base. Joyce up and throwing, but into second. With a one-out double goes Adrian Gonzalez.
Gonzalez gets a breaking ball from Davis and shoots it right down that right field line. It looked like it might bounce into the stands for a ground rule double, but no. Gonzalez is going to have to earn the double as he rounds first base and easily gets into scoring position at second base with one out.
Now that's a difference at Fenway Park. That would have been in the stands.
It probably would have bounced in. Yes.
There's a railing here where fans stand behind above the wall on the right field corner down here at JetBlue Park that is not at Fenway Park. Jared Saltalamacchia walked in the first inning. And the strike over the outside corner evens the count at 1-1. Picked up an RBI as he walked with the bases loaded in the first inning. Covidien, the global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Jared Saltalamacchia will join us tonight live when he is done doing the catching tonight. Probably be in there for the first 6, I think. Depends upon how far Fredo Sevis goes. Imagine he will catch him as well. 1-2. Fouled off to the left, out of play.
Red Sox tomorrow have a split squad game. They have a game at 10 o'clock in the morning up in Sarasota, followed by our game that starts at 1 o'clock. Tell you, I wouldn't want to be on that early bus tomorrow heading up there. That's although we'll be going up early enough.
Yes. Daylight savings time mixed in.
I know you're very concerned about that tonight, Don. Your alarm clock not going off.
Yes, I am concerned.
If I get to our location and you're not there, I'll give you a call.
And then I'll be there in about half an hour.
Yeah, I'll go get something to eat.
Everyone's offering to call me tomorrow, Jim.
I offered that a long time ago.
I know.
Wait, am I nobody?
No. If the phone makes the switch, which it did last year, then we'll be okay.
Suppose it doesn't.
Then we're in trouble.
That's why
I got
somebody
people
should
call
you.
Yeah. But I usually shut my cell phone off
Well,
So
I would
now
recommend that you
leave it on
tonight,
yeah.
just in case. The hour is going to be really a difficult adjustment to make.
Yeah.
So I would leave it on tonight if I was you.
Center field, B.J. Upton had dropped one earlier, now comes in, makes the catch, 2 down. Well, Danny Bard, one of the concerns, certainly, Jerry, Danny Bard, 75 innings, the most that he threw last year. And one of the concerns is, as a starter, he can go up to 180, maybe 200. His thoughts?
People, I think they look at the innings total and they think, oh, 75 innings, that's easy on your arm. But in reality, 75 that you're pitching in about half the ball games. And then there's another 25 where I warmed up and was ready to go in and didn't get in because we either gave the lead up or, scored too many runs or whatever the case may be. I'm still throwing ice on my arm after the game, and I'm still going to feel sore the next day as a result of it. So people don't take that into account. But you're pitching with a sore arm 2/3 of the time.
Well, an interesting thought for Bard. It's true, Jerry, up every night and, at times not even getting in games, but still icing. It's a whole different thing. I mean, he's pitching a lot out there in the pen, just getting ready to come in every night.
He sure is. And how many times do you see a pitcher get up in the middle of an inning, make a number of warm-up throws, and then all of a sudden things turn out well. They sit back down, get back up, make more throws, sometime never get in the ball game. So all those pitches count. They're all pitches that will be used as a starting pitcher as opposed to being used in the bullpen.
Well, the Bruins will take on the Penguins tomorrow afternoon in Pittsburgh on NBC. The next NESN telecast comes to you Tuesday night from just up the road in Tampa against the Lightning. Live coverage gets underway at 7 on Big Bad Bruins Live with Dale Arnold.
We should go to that game if we can get tickets.
Tuesday night.
It's only about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, not bad. Beautiful building. New pitcher on for the Rays as Wade Davis is done after 2 2/3. Perk Badenhop comes in. Last year was with the Marlins. 50 games, was 2-3 with a 4.10 earned run average. 51 Ks in 63 2/3 innings. Wade Davis went 2 2/3, giving up 3 hits. And so far charged with 3 runs. He's responsible for Adrian Gonzalez at second base. Walked 4, which was a problem, and struck out 2. Hockey scores. BU beats UNH 4-2. That series tied 1-1.
Just like at Fenway Park, they've got already got that some signatures on the foul poles.
Merrimack wins. They're in the second period, 2-1. BC 2-1. BC leading that series 1-0. And Providence UMass Lowell tied 1-1 in their series. Here's Kevin Youkilis. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. So watching Youkilis move around last night, no doubt he was getting around a lot better than what we saw last year, which was painful to watch in the end.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, he tried to battle through it. He just could not do it. And it was very obvious he couldn't move to his right, couldn't move to his left. It affected his swing. It affected everything he did. And he's in very good shape coming into spring training this year.
One of the plays that he made last night, there was no way he could have made late in last year's season.
Diving to his right, the over-the-top throw to first base to pick up the out against the Pirates.
In there for strike 2, 2-2. Right center, and this will get down to Gapper. From second base comes Adrian Gonzalez. He'll score. It's an RBI double for Kevin Youkilis and a 4-0 Red Sox lead.
Nice job by Youkilis cutting down on his swing a little bit with 2 strikes on him. Not trying to pull the ball. Gets a pitch that's the middle in. The hands come inside the baseball, and he finds that gap out there in right center field. So instead of that big swing and resulting in a strikeout, nice compact swing results in a run for the Red Sox.
2 down to Youkilis at second base. Darnell McDonald, the batter. He doubled in the second. He's been red hot. Home run and a double here last night, and now a grounder to third. Keppinger's got it. The throw is high, but coming down on the bag is Elliott Johnson to wrap up the inning. The Red Sox add a run, have a 4-0 lead at the end of 3. Here at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. 4-0 Red Sox on top of the Rays as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. And the new pitcher is Alfredo Aceves into the game for the Red Sox as anticipated. 55 games last year and so valuable for the Red Sox. Was 10-2 with a 2.61 earned run average, 80 strikeouts, and he was amazing, Jerry. And whatever capacity he was used in, he really was terrific.
And a guy that the Red Sox could use almost every day. I mean, he'd come in 3 games in a row and then, maybe sit him a day, then pitch another 2 days in a row. It was really amazing what he did for the Red Sox last year. Working in his 2nd game this spring, he worked a couple of innings against Baltimore. No runs, had a couple of strikeouts.
Well, Daniel Bard goes 3 innings in the game tonight, 2 hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out a batter. Your thoughts on Bard's outing?
I thought it was okay. It looked like early he was throwing a lot of change-ups, then he went back to his fastball and his slider. And, you keep him off the scoreboard for 3 innings, that's good. But I think all in all, I think Bard will be happy and pleased with his 2nd outing of the spring and official spring training games. It looked like he came out in that 1st inning and was throwing a bunch of change-ups and trying to get the feel for that pitch early in the ball game.
Daniel Bard will be talking to the media. We will cover that for you when he is ready. And there is Alfredo Aceves ready to work in the 4th inning. Jeff Keppinger, Steve Voigt, and Elliott Johnson to bat here in the 4th inning. Keppinger takes strike 1. Flied out to right field in the 2nd inning. Well, it was a great debate last year in September as to whether or not Aceves should have been in the rotation. And the value was felt that they needed him in the pen. Jerry, my vote was then that he should have been in the rotation.
I can't disagree with you, especially the way things were going for the Red Sox toward the end. He was valuable in the bullpen, but I think at that particular time the Red Sox did need a starting pitcher.
Nothing against Kyle Weiland. But he made some very important starts in September and didn't go very well, unfortunately, for the Red Sox, and Sebas was available. To center, and that's in for a base hit in front of Ellsbury. Keppinger with a leadoff single to begin things here in the 4th inning.
Right down the heart of the plate by Sebas, and Keppinger with that open stance quickly closes it up and lines the base hit in the center field in front of Jacoby Ellsbury for the leadoff single.
So lead runner on here in the 4th inning brings up Steve Voigt, who walked his first time up, one of 2 walks given up by Bard. Rays have had a base runner in every inning. Lead runner on for the first time in the game. Jeff Keppinger, first base to begin things here in the 4th inning. In the air to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury over a few steps. He'll put it away. We mentioned the Jimmy Fund kids are here, and earlier today a lot of the players had the chance to meet them as well, and my friend Joey was out there again, as always, and many of the Red Sox players out there signing autographs, playing cards, and everything else, along with Jimmy Fund kids who made their way down here to spring training for their annual visit. More than 40 kids making the trip, and tomorrow they're going to have batting practice on the field. Chance to bring their gloves, and a lot of the players will be around here are not making the trip to Sarasota, so they're enjoying the game tonight, and then they will leave tomorrow night back to Boston. Arriving back in Boston at 8:30, so a fun weekend for them here in Southwest Florida.
Nice little break, isn't it? Get away, get a chance to go on the field tomorrow.
One pitch is missing, evening the count of 1-1. Saltalamacchia wants to check, but no swing. Popped up foul off to the left, out of play. Elliott Johnson reaching on an infield hit in the 2nd inning.
Now, Valentine was saying today in his meeting with the media he has really no idea at this point how the bullpen is going to shake out. He knows Bailey's going to be the closer. But after that, not real sure, depending on what happens with the starters.
Very close down the line, but called foul. Get the impression that Mark Melanson will be the setup guy.
The setup guy, but that could change if Sebas ends up in the bullpen.
Or Bart.
Exactly. But based on the way Bart has been pitching so far, I would say he's got an excellent chance of being in the rotation.
Is it me, or are there more B games than you can remember in spring training so far?
Quite a few of them, especially early in the spring. I think they start to slow down a little bit after the one tomorrow.
Because you have minor league games starting soon.
They'll have
too.
some minor league games, so they'll be able to throw some pitches in those games right here at the same complex. A lot of pitchers have to get a lot of work before opening day.
I think spring training is more for the pitchers than the position players.
You ask me that question every year, and I say yes.
I don't think I ever asked you that question, did I?
Yeah, you did last year. As a matter of fact, I think it was right over at the other ballpark.
Oh, really? Well, the memory's the first thing to go, you know. Did I ask you last night about how long it takes you before you get your timing at the plate?
Yes, you did.
We covered that already?
We covered that, yes.
We've done a lot of spring trainings together.
You know, I'm supposed to be the old guy in the booth.
Yeah, but I'm fading fast. This is lie down, the first base line foul.
I think I noticed a big change in you this year. Is you got that casual look going. You got the little legs crossed as you're doing the ball game. You know, very casual look.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's spring training. I mean, this is what Larry Lucchino was talking about. Like, I have to move way over here to be on TV whenever they shoot us.
Hi, Bobby.
It's not really natural for you to be over here this close to me.
I don't like to be over there.
In fact,
like to be over here.
Usually further away.
So that's a good shot of me anyway. That's probably a better shot.
Shallow right. Linares puts it away. 2 down. Boston Red Sox spring training baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Two down in the fourth inning. Lead runner on, and Jeff Kempinger still at first base. As Tim Beckham bats, reached on a fielder's choice. So you didn't answer the question, though, even though it's the 20th time that I've apparently asked the question. It's more for the pitchers than it is for the position players.
I think for the length of spring training, obviously, yes, it is for the pitchers. I think position players, as I've mentioned in the past, Don, there have been times we've had spring training that lasted 2 weeks because of a strike.
Right. And they got now I do remember I have asked you that.
Yes.
That's your standard answer.
Yes. And I felt like I was ready to go after a couple of weeks. So
it's unnecessary for position players to be here this long.
Maybe the truck can get that on tape, and then next spring when you ask it.
Because I will ask it again.
I'll give you the same answer.
Jacoby Ellsbury makes the catch. I'll ask more questions I've asked Jerry 11 previous seasons when we come back. Only packs are back for the 2012 season. Pair a game against the Yankees or a popular summer weekend date with an exciting game this spring. Create your own unique standing room only packs. See 2 great games for as little as $40. Get your tickets today at redsox.com/SRO packs.
I know those two people who we just was showing on the screen. That's Mr. and Mrs. Ganley.
The Ganleys are here.
Yes, Pam Ganley's mom and dad.
Had the chance to meet them last night. Juan Carlos Linares leading it off here in the 4th inning. And Alex Hassan, Nick Punto face Burke Braden Hopp into the game here for the Rays. Came in for Wade Davis, who was touched for 4 runs in 2 2/3 innings. So tomorrow we're going with the Tommy Bahamas. That has been predetermined.
Second time we go with the Bahama look tomorrow, yes.
Day game.
Day game, Sunday afternoon.
Good to travel in the air to left center field. That one getting back towards the wall, and Jennings leaps to make the catch at the wall. Desmond Jennings taking over for Carl Crawford. And Crawford left Tampa Bay, and pretty good year last year. Nice catch out here and left for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it just didn't sound like it had enough when it left the bat of Linares. And Desmond Jennings times the jump perfectly out there in left field and takes it off the scoreboard.
One down for Alex Hassan, who walked in the 2nd inning.
We could talk the nice people at New Balance into a couple of more of those Tommy Bahamas. You know, maybe
a blue.
What do we
light
got?
blue.
We've got like a brownish, so we need a blue.
Yes.
And I'm thinking red, but they say red's not good on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
We wear red a lot. And we are the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty good on TV right now. Who said that, Rune? I mean, Mike Narachi?
Yes.
Okay. 2 balls and a strike to Alex Hassan. Swinging a foul tip.
Because all we really need is 3 of them, because you go to Texas for 3-game series, you go to Tampa, you know, where it's very warm inside the dome.
Very hot.
For 3 days, and you wear the nice Bahamas.
So we need a series, because to wear the 3 days in a row,
couldn't do it. No, unless you can dry clean it there overnight, which is very, very expensive in the hotel. So you really need 3 of them.
So 2 more than what we already have.
Yeah, and if they want to throw in a 4th just in case one gets stained, that's okay too.
And if they could hurry, because we have other games coming up here in the next week. And this is actually a good stretch where there aren't many games, so they have the week to kind of package them.
That's
just a thought.
Excellent point.
3-2 is strike 3 over the outside corner to Alex Hassan. 2 outs.
Al Hassan walked in his first at bat, this time looking at a pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. You know, it's always a good color, black.
Yes.
Black's really good because it makes you look thin.
Yes. Thinning effect. Softly lined and into left center field. Nick Punto has got a 2-out base hit here in the 4th inning.
Well, we'll see if Punto tries to steal with 2 outs, getting in scoring position for Iglesias.
Two down, Punto at first base. Jose Iglesias, the batter. And the pitch in there for a strike to Iglesias. Iglesias singled in the first, reached on an error by B.J. Upton out in center field. We will get to see Tampa Bay's new complex, now a couple years old, in Port Charlotte a week from tomorrow. Chopped up the middle. Zobrist ranging. Will just tag the bag at second to end the inning. Played 4 from JetBlue Park. It's 4-0 Boston. TV Premium today and get over 150 select spring training games with no blackouts in every regular season game, live or on demand on your favorite devices. Visit RedSox.com for details. Well, we played 4 innings from JetBlue Park, and it is 4-0. Red Sox on top of the Rays as Chris Jimenez leads it off here for the Tampa Bay Rays. He grounded out to second base in the second inning. Alfredo Aceves back on the mound again for Boston to pitch the 5th. Gave up a leadoff base hit to Jeff Keppinger, but did not allow Keppinger to advance any further as he retired the next 3 Rays he faced. Whole host of changes that we will pass along here in a bit. Red Sox making defensive changes here in top of the 5th inning. Popped up, shallow center, out goes Sirocco, in comes Ellsbury, and Jacoby makes the catch. The first out of the 5th inning. So Ellsbury's still in the game, but a different looking outfield for the Red Sox. Josh Kroger in the game in right field. Jason Repko in the game in left. We will update you on the infield in a moment. 1 down. Desmond Jennings, the batter. Jennings 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out swinging in the first, grounded out to short in the third. Pedro Sirocco into the game. He's at shortstop with Will Middlebrooks now at third base. Swing and a miss for Jennings, and Aceves ahead 0-2. Lars Anderson in the game at first base. And a new catcher, Ryan Lavarnway, into the game for Boston. 0-2 to Jennings. Chopped down third baseline, foul. Jared Saltalamacchia's night is over with Ryan Lavarnway taking over behind the dish. So Jared will be joining us shortly here after his night is over. In the air to center field, Ellsbury has made 4 of the last 5 outs, and he makes the catch. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Eastern Bank. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. These are just some of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. 2 down for B.J. Upton. He was grounded out to second base, fouled out to first. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Swinging a foul that gets a piece of Lavarnway. Also got home plate umpire Chad Whitson. In the air to center, Ellsbury can make all 3 putouts in the inning. And he does. Halfway through this one from JetBlue Park, it's 4-0 Boston. For Nesson Daily, presented by Sunlight Financial with Jamison Coyle. A recap of busy day of sports, Bruins, Caps highlights, full slate of Hockey East playoff games. Peyton Manning's tour of NFL teams continues. It's all coming up on Nesson Daily tonight after the game, only on Nesson. Jam-packed JetBlue Park. Dane De La Rosa into the game here for the Tampa Bay Rays. Numbers from AAA Durham a year ago. 52 appearances, 6-5 with a 3.20 earned run average. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off here in the 5th. Ground ball foul. He's been plenty busy as he broke his bat that time in center field. 5 of the last 6 outs have been handled by Jacoby Ellsbury out there in center, so plenty of defensive practice out there and catching fly balls. Ellsbury bats now. Lars Anderson is on deck.
Boy.
Strike on the outside corner, and it is 0-2.
Get some of the sounds of the game there. Did you hear that?
Yes. Where was that coming from?
I don't know. Attaboy. Had to be somewhere on the
strike. I would say it'd be on the Tampa side.
Very good done. Excellent.
In the dirt, 1-2.
Now, if you heard good eye, that would be coming from the Red Sox dugout on that last pitch.
We have mics all over this place, so it could have been from anywhere. Might have just been a Rays fan somewhere in the stands. Down and in, 2-2. Ellsbury struck out looking in the first inning, grounded out to first base in the third. Fouls it off the catcher, Jimenez. And the count is even at 2-2. The Bard press conference will be coming up as he pitched tonight, going the first 3 innings, 3 shutout innings at that. We have 2 hits, walked 2, struck out a batter. Broken bat, soft liner caught at first by Elliott Johnson. Ellsbury retired. Second bat he broke in that at bat. Well, the Hockey East quarterfinals, the game you saw right here on NESN today. BU beat UNH today 4-2. Series tied 1-1. Merrimack beating Maine 3-1 in the third period. Maine leads that series 1-0. And BC UMass 3-2. Boston College right now in the third period. The Eagles have a 1-0 lead in that series. Lars Anderson, the batter, with 1 out in the 5th. Look at the numbers last year for Lars at AAA Pawtucket, hitting at 265.
Talked about Lars in the ball game last night, and Bobby Valentine very pleased with his defensive work at first base. The one thing they'd like to see from his swing is pitches away from him take the ball the other way with authority. Last couple of pitches away, but not strikes.
Goes the other way here and into left center field. That'll get through to the track and the wall, and Lars Anderson, headed for second base, gets there standing. So he takes that ball the other way.
That's exactly what they were talking about prior to the at-bat. Stayed off a couple of pitches that were too far outside. They go away again, down and away, and this time Lars Anderson with a very pretty swing. Great job leaving his head on the baseball and making good solid contact in that gap in left center field.
So 1 out, Anderson at second base. Ryan Lavarnway, the batter, took over for Salt Lamakia. The 1 pitch misses, and it's 1-1. LaVarnway last year, 17 games, hit .231 with the Red Sox. Saw time at 3 classifications, 55 games with the Portland Sea Dogs, and 61 games in Pawtucket. That's with Lars Anderson at second base, 1 out here in the 5th. Popped up, foul ground, giving chase Jimenez, but he'll have no play. Last year, 32 home runs for Ryan LaVarnway between AA Portland and AAA Pawtucket. For the first 17 games of his major league career played with the Red Sox. Dane De La Rosa, third Rays pitcher of the night, working here to Ryan LaVarnway. 1 out, 1 on. Lars Anderson at second base. Swing and a miss. LaVarnway strikes out for the second out of the 5th inning. De La Rosa elevating, 2 down.
You have to see a lot of breaking balls in that at bat. He finally gets that fastball and gets it by him up around the letters. Maybe a little bit higher than the letters. The swing and miss by LaVarnway.
2 down runner at second. Here's Will Middlebrooks, #1 prospect in the Red Sox organization. 302 average with the Sea Dogs last year. Also seeing time last year in Pawtucket. 16 games with the Paw Sox. At just 161 when he was called up to Pawtucket. Will likely begin the year there again this year. Had the chance to chat with Pawtucket Red Sox manager Arnie Baylor before the game today. Very good manager. Has worked his way up through the Red Sox organization. He'll be returning to Pawtucket for another season. Swinging a foul, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning as back-to-back strikeouts for De La Rosa. Jared Saltalamacchia will join us when we come back right after this. 1-0 Red Sox have the lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. Top half of the 6th inning. As promised, Jared Saltalamacchia joins us from the Red Sox dugout. And Jared, welcome aboard here. And tonight you are catching Bard through the first 3 innings. Your impressions on Daniel Bard's outing tonight?
Very impressed. You know, I mean, we were working on different pitches tonight. We used his changeup a lot more than we normally would during the season. You know, we had some technical difficulties with the mound at times, so it was tough for him to find his hole. But you know, he made some big pitches to get himself out of some jams. You know, falling behind some hitters, but then came right back and got out of the inning.
Salty, with Jason Varitek now retired, you take over a leadership role now in that catching department. You're much more comfortable this year. You've been around a while. You know the pitchers on this staff. Now you can spread your knowledge around to other catchers in the organization.
Yeah, it's pretty cool right now. You know, I mean, last year we all looked at him to see what we were doing, and you know, I'm still kind of looking around for him, but not seeing him right now. But you know, the guys are doing a great job helping me out, not giving me too much of any trouble. And you know, it's nice. I know the pitching staff a little more this year, and we're feeling a little more comfortable.
Victor Martinez, one of the first things he said when he came over was he was surprised how much help he got from Jason Varitek, virtually taking a lot of Jason's time away, and kind of the same thing last year. How was he with you, and how much did you learn from Jason Varitek?
He was incredible. I mean, every single day we were doing something together. That's, you know, something that Tuck does with his catchers. We work together, we throw, we catch. Everything's together, and catch that. Never know. Anyways, never know.
It's all right.
Yeah, so, you know, he was just a great help for me, just to kind of mentally let me take a break and, you know, give me some words of encouragement every day.
And what about working with Gary Tuck? I mean, he has quite a reputation working with catchers, and he is nonstop with you guys.
He's the most underpaid coach in the big leagues right now. He's incredible. The guy's working hard every single day. He had surgery 2-3 weeks ago and pain every single day, but he's still getting the Ponza machine, getting balls, and getting us in the dirt blocking. You know, he makes sure his catchers aren't the ones making any kind of mental mistakes, physical mistakes. He just wants us to be, you know, machines.
You know, another coach you guys work with as a catcher as well, of course, the pitching coach a great deal, dealing with the whole staff. Another new one this year. And how are you adapting to Bob McClure?
Mac's been awesome. You know, he's really hands-on with his pitchers, really hands-on with his catchers, really open to listening to what everyone's got to say. And, you know, he's got that leadership of, you know, he's telling you what to do. You know, he's not letting you kind of find yourself. You know, he wants his guys to do certain things, and he's really, you know, really assertive with what he wants, and the guys are open to it and really listening.
I can't let you go without asking about that terrific walk you had back in the first inning and bringing a run. That was great.
Yeah, no, I felt good. Thank you very much. I saw a lot of pitches tonight. That was the, you know, my big thing this year is I want to cut down on strikeouts. I want to put a good, tough at-bat together. So, you know, both times I was able to go to 2 strikes. Maybe I didn't want to, but I was able to get out of it.
Well, Dancing with the Stars is always a big hit down here each year in spring training. You were kind enough to be a judge again this year. And, hey, the catcher won this year. And Daniel Butler, are you surprised that he came away with the trophy?
Surprised? You kidding me? I got him in that competition.
That's right. You talked him into it, didn't you?
I knew it. You know, he's so smooth and really, you know, fluent behind the plates. I figured, you know what, he's going to be the same way on the mound. And, I mean, in the competition, he did great. Didn't have a tan like you, but he was working on it.
Well, we got to get you out there again. It's definitely got to happen. You got some pretty good moves. But
well, I don't know about that. I'm good in the background.
Well, he was kind enough to be a judge this year along a lot of the Red Sox players. Dustin Pedroia was there, and Kevin Youkilis. This one sent foul off to the left. How much? A lot of guys in here now in spring training vying for the 4th and 5th. Well, actually, the 5th spot really in the rotation. Catching a bunch of different guys. Seems like you're catching everybody. Yeah,
no, we got to. You know, I mean, we got to be, you know, able to know what everybody's got, be able to, you know, give everybody an opportunity and everybody fighting for a job. So you want to give them everything you got. And, you know, there's a lot of guys that can take that job, that's for sure. And, you know, I think Ace and Bard have really done a great job coming into their roles. You know, but we're gonna be okay.
Last question from me. We talked about the coaches and different coaches. We put you on the spot now. How different is this spring training with Bobby Valentine at the helm?
Oh man, it's a lot different. You know, we're working on, you know, plays that I've never even heard of before. You know, it's really crazy. But you know what? I think, you know, all respect to the pitchers, they've done a great job of, you know, buying into this system, buying into PFPs. I mean, that's what we're doing every single day. It's the same thing. It almost gets old after a while, but you know what? It's the little things like that that wins ball games, and that's what we need to do. We need to cut down on the minor mistakes and, you know, play our game. We're too good of a team to, fall like we did last year. We're way too good.
All right, Jared, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Jared Saltalamacchia caught the first few innings tonight, catching Bard in the first inning of his seventh. His night is over, and kind enough to join us from the Red Sox dugout. Boyd takes a pitch for a strike. Fredo Aceves had retired 8 men in a row prior to the single by Jeff Keppinger. He's now at first base with 2 down. Outside, ball 2. Rain starting to fall here at JetBlue Park for the first time tonight.
And the fans all rushing to get underneath the stands here at JetBlue. Not raining all that hard right now. Some showers were expected in the area.
Full count now to Stephen Voigt. Went around and strikes out to end the inning. Second strikeout for Aceves. 3 shutout innings for Alfredo Aceves. Looking very good. 4-0. Red Sox have the lead. With the 2012 double play packs, create your own unique package by pairing seats for an exciting summer weekend date for the game this spring. Get your double play packs tickets at redsox.com/doubleplay. So we play along here to the bottom of the 6th inning. And a lot of changes for the Rays. Who's their pitcher? They'll move on to their 4th pitcher of the game. Alex Colomé is into the game. Kuhn takes over in right field for the Rays. Feliciano now in center field for Tampa Bay. And Salazar in left. Alex Colomé, the new pitcher, takes over for Dane De La Rosa. De La Rosa in an inning, giving up a hit, no runs, had 2 strikeouts. Colomé pitching at AA Montgomery a year ago, 9 games, 3-4 with a 4.15 earned run average. Rain has let up a little bit here as this bottom of the 6th inning starts. Fly ball to left field, down the line towards the corner, and Salazar makes the catch. Bit of an adventure down there in left field. Jason Repko gives it a ride, but he's the first out.
Yeah, we completely lost sight of him from the booth, and a little bit of slip it looked like on the warning track out there by Salazar, but he's still able to make the catch in front of the Green Monster.
Hak-Ju Lee has taken over at shortstop for the Rays. And now at third base for Tampa Bay is Will Rhymes. Moving from short to second is Tim Beckham. Elliott Johnson remains at first base. Josh Kroger. This will bounce in, and Lobaton plays it on a hop, the new catcher. Jose Lobaton. Well, Daniel Bard talked to the media. We will hear that and see that next half inning when we come back here to JetBlue Park. Tonight, Bard started 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a K. 2-0 is a strike over the outside corner, 2-1 to Kroger. Tomorrow in Sarasota, we are scheduled to see John Lester. 1 o'clock start time right here on Nesson. Tap foul, 2-2. In the dirt, and it is now a full count to Kroger. Alex Hassan waiting on deck. Three-two fouled off, and that hurt as Kroger fouls it off himself. Grabbing that knee at first.
Couldn't tell if this got him off the knee first or down around the foot. Let's take another look. Ooh, the knee. Looks like the left knee, and almost put him down to the ground.
Still trying to walk it off. If you're just joining us, Daniel Bard started the game tonight with 3 innings, had 1 strikeout. That was of Desmond Jennings, and Kevin Youkilis part of the offensive attack for the Red Sox tonight. He doubled a drive and a run in the 3rd inning. It's the 4th Red Sox run of the night. They lead it here 4-0. Boston bats here in the 6th inning. Rain falling again here at JetBlue Park. Josh Kroger trying to shake off a foul tip off his knee. Crowd headed for cover again. Back-to-back nights we've had rain here. And first goes Kroger with 1 out. Alex Hassan coming up. Up the middle towards second base. Beckham will touch second and fire to first for the double play that ends the inning. Daniel Bard will talk to the media when we come back. It's 4-0 Red Sox. Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. We're going to roll the tarp, and they change their mind. Right now, I'm going to try to play through this rain that is falling. JetBlue Park. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture, the official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Matt Albers into the game for the Red Sox, third pitcher of the game for Boston. Last year, 56 appearances, 4-4, 4.73 earned run average. 68 Ks and 64 and 2/3 innings. A bunt showing bid there for Elliott Johnson. Went after it for strike one, and the rain is really coming down now.
Yeah, this is as hot as we've seen it rain over the last 2 days.
On the ground up the middle, and from shortstop comes Sirocco. The throw not in time.
I don't think he got much on that ball because it was wet when it got to him. Watching Sirocco in infield practice today, he's got a very strong throwing arm, but couldn't get much on that. And I think probably because of a wet baseball. Back up the middle by Albers over that second base bag, and almost like a changeup he threw to first base.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw down is going to be in time. And the Barnway goes out Elliott Johnson for the first out of the 7th inning.
Barnway making an impression here with the throw out at second base. Nice pick at second base also by Tejada, who just came into the game. Speaking with Gary Tuck this afternoon about Barnway, and he said he's made great strides compared to when he first saw him last year. As a catcher, of course, doing a lot of work with him.
One ball, 2 strikes to Tim Beckham. Started the game at shortstop, moves over to second base. One, 2 is on the ground. Sirocco from short. A better footing. Gets the throw there in time. 2 down. Well, Daniel Bard started the game tonight. Met with the media a little earlier.
Yeah, both my walks I think was kind of the same deal. I was kind of cruising through the first 2 hitters at first inning, through the first hitter of the second inning, and was throwing the ball really well, and then was like, okay, let me work on some stuff on this next guy, and I got a little too fancy, just trying to be a little too perfect with some pitches, and the way my body and mind work, I can't do that. I have to stay aggressive and really in a competitive mindset. When I lose track of that and start thinking like bullpen mode, trying to work on stuff and throw to perfect locations, the results usually aren't good. So it kind of took a walk and kind of got under my skin, and then I got back and got the juices flowing again. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I think you see a lot of guys who may not be battling for a spot in spring training. Veteran guys, I mean, you just see them maybe struggle with command here and there because they're working on things and maybe throwing a lot of pitches that they wouldn't throw in certain counts to those certain hitters. So I think that's pretty common. I mean, yeah, when I say bullpen, I mean pregame bullpen, or between outing bullpen. But no, it's usually pretty easy for me when you put a hitter in that box and the run means something. It's pretty easy to stay competitive. Yeah, no, I think it's the same thing for me, really. The past 2 years in spring, I've been able to really take it slow. I mean, I knew I was going to be in the bullpen either way, no matter how I pitched here. I mean, I know I have a spot on the team, but yeah, my role's up in the air. So I do feel like I have things to prove, and so that's kind of that definitely gives me the motivation to go out there and tell myself these games mean something, because they do mean something to me. Quite a few. I think it was probably around 12 or so. I didn't count, but I know that was something we talked about before the outing, was using that pitch and using it in some different counts. And I'm pretty sure, I think I only threw a few sliders. So, for the most part, that was my off-speed pitch. Yeah, for the most part. I think I got a lot of strikes with it. Got that first swing to BJ. Right on right. I can't ask for anything better than that. And then I think threw some other good ones as well. It's got some foul balls, a called strike on one. And most of my misses with it were down, which that's where you want to be with it. Even a miss down with a changeup, in my opinion, sets up, your next fastball you throw makes it look that much harder. So as long as I'm down with it in the zone and down, I think it's serving its purpose. It is just because that's until I'm told otherwise. That's how it has to be. So it's not going to change the way I prepare. How hard I'm working. I don't think that's going to change whether they came up to me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we need you in the bullpen," or "Hey, we're going to go ahead and let you know you're starting." It's not going to change anything. But right now, that's my purpose, and that's what I have in mind. So. No, I really didn't feel much different. Body feels good, and so I feel like I had more pitches in me again. So hopefully that feeling keeps up. I'm sure there'll be some kind of ceiling where I hit and I start to feel the fatigue, but it was good. That's
Brought to you by Jordan's Furniture, the official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Ace Ticket. And by New Balance, the official footwear and apparel sponsor of the Boston Red Sox. New Balance. Let's make excellent happen. We're getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Still raining here at JetBlue Park, and it's been raining now for the better part of an inning. Pretty hard here at the park. 4-0. Red Sox with the lead in tonight's game. Oscar Tejeda will be leading it off here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Alex Colomé returning to the mound for the Rays. And we'll go back to the Bard press conference right now.
Oh, no, this is all normal. Yeah.
When was the last time you threw 3 innings?
2007, I think. And that was the start, and it wasn't because I had a limit. It's because I got pulled after 3, probably, maybe less. But no, I think in the big leagues I went 2 2/3 against Toronto one time, my rookie year. So back when I was the long guy.
Yeah, related to what you were saying, Daniel, about needing to attack hitters, are you more cognizant of the number of pitches you're throwing in an inning than you were in the pen?
A little bit. I think I have to be. I mean, I think being a starter, you have to just. I know my fastball can get ground balls, so if I'm behind in the count, rather than picking away with some other stuff, trying to get back where I'm getting a strikeout or missing bats, I'm trying to trust my fastball, my changeup in the zone with contact for soft contact to get outs, and I think that's what I did pretty well today. Was trust it. I mean, fastball and changeup are both contact pitches for the most part, and I'm okay with that. I mean, strikeouts are nice, but I guess so when you're starting, it's ground balls are your best friend. We really hadn't gotten into it that much. I'm just kind of going about it and taking it day by day. I mean, we only had 3 days off this time, so it was kind of short. So it wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think my routine before the game was a little better, a little smoother. I still have to iron some things out, but I was actually supposed to throw the middle 3 innings, and then they flipped me an ace kind of last minute, just to make sure I didn't have to get loose twice and to try to help me establish that routine, I think. So it worked out well. Tried to do the same thing I did last start, but it's probably, I need to write it down or something. So, I guess so. All right.
Daniel Bard now getting used to being a starter and getting into that regular regimen on it every turn. And have to write it down what he did last time.
Write it down. Do the same thing you did last time. You had success tonight.
The one is grounded down the third baseline. Rhymes will let it go, and it's a fair ball. Kicks off the bag.
Now that's really the only chance he had, is to let it go and hope that it goes foul, because if he does make the play, he's got no play on Sirocco down at first base. He sees it rolling. He thinks it's going to go foul. It almost did, but it hits the third base bag.
Chase-Wan Lin batting with 1 out and 1 on. Took over in center field for Jacoby Ellsbury, who was 0 for 3 in the game tonight. Quick throw over, and back is Tejeda. Sirocco takes off. It's a fly ball to center field. Feliciano makes the catch and then fires back in. Impressive throw, but not in time, as Sirocco is able to get back to the bag with now 2 down. Well, you can win your way to the Hockey East Championship game, courtesy of Nesson. For your chance to win, follow Nesson on Twitter and send us a tweet, including at Nesson and hashtag win Nesson Hockey East, or enter online at Nesson.com/HockeyEastChamp. Here are the scores again. BU beats UNH 4-2 today, right here on Nesson. Series tied 1-1. Merrimack is beating Maine 4-2 in the third period. If they hold on, they would tie the series at 1 game apiece. And Boston College, the first to qualify for next week, the Final Four of Hockey East, which will be held next weekend. BC winning tonight. They beat UMass 3-2 in that game tonight. Pitch in the dirt to Lars Anderson, who bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. Two and 0.
Lars Anderson last time up doing a nice job going to the opposite field in that gap in left center field. Pick up a double.
Runner goes at first, a swing and a foul by Anderson, as Sirocco at first base had taken off. Lars Anderson, 6 games with the Red Sox last year, spent the bulk of the year in Pawtucket. 136 games for the Paw Sox last year, hitting .265. Another foul, and it's 2-2. Red Sox got 3 shutout innings tonight from Bard, 3 shutout innings from Alfredo Aceves. Aceves looked very good tonight, Jerry.
He certainly did. You know, most of the attention obviously was on Daniel Bard making the start tonight, but Aceves was really outstanding in his outing, as he's been since he's been with the Red Sox.
Two pitch to Lars Anderson. Runner goes, and Anderson fouls it off to the left, out of play. After the break, Jerry, we may see some more spring training dancing.
Wow. You look like you're really into it.
It looks like I'm throwing a pitch.
Yeah, holding the runner on. Yeah, yeah. Get ready to throw the Nelson Knight flag.
I may not be dancing at all. I may be holding a runner at first. Have to stay tuned to find out. Two is down and in, full count. Three-two pitch to Anderson. And a swing and a miss. Colomé able to strike out Lars Anderson to end the 7th inning. Is it dancing or is it holding pitchers on? Looks like dancing to me. We'll find out. What's Jerry doing? Lost his microphone. For the last couple of innings, on again, off again, lightly raining right now. 4-0, Red Sox on top. New pitcher on for the Red Sox. Shinichi Tozawa into the game for Boston. Pawtucket 8 games, 1-1 with a 2.51 earned run average. Zawa coming off the Tommy John surgery and going to work his way back. A second look at him of the spring. Those of you who came back to find out whether or not we are pitching or dancing, you'll have to wait till the end of the at-bat as Salazar stands in to begin things here in the 8th. In there for strike one. One pitch outside. So Matt Albers went an inning, giving up a hit, no runs, no walks. He walked a batter. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Shinichi Shizawa. 3 games last year with the Red Sox. There's the pitch outside. Missed all of 2010 after the Tommy John surgery that April. Made his major league debut back in 2009 with the Red Sox. Two-two pitch. It's outside, ball 3. Have you seen Daisuke since you've been down here?
As a matter of fact, I saw him throw a side session today just beyond the Red Sox clubhouse, and he looked very good. He had some pop on his fastball. I think he's way ahead of schedule. He's got orange hair, I think, too.
There's ball 4, and down to first base goes Salazar. This was before the game as we were getting ready. Something about the Open just makes us want to dance.
Yeah.
It's all over the league. I mean, New York, Oakland. We had a crowd below us. We didn't even know about it. It turned out that a bunch of people gathered. So glad that they could be a part of it.
Sometimes you just want to dance.
So I do.
Yeah. The music's playing in the background and you just want to dance. It's usually before the Open. It gets you nice and loose.
It's just,
that's usually when the music's playing
I
in
guess,
the ballpark.
Yeah. So fouled off to the left and off the side of the press box.
I mean, when you look at that, Don, you really have to think that Dancing with the Stars has nothing on us.
No. It's fluid. It's moving.
And a little practice. And,
yeah.
You know, I think there's something going on there.
I was on the ground for some reason at one point. I don't know.
I was down and almost could not get up.
0-2 missing. 1-2. We were doing that, what is that? Limbo.
Go down as low as you can go. Yeah.
Went a little too far. Could get up initially.
Now, the knees don't quite work the way they used to.
Started here and then down, down, down.
Yeah.
And then out.
Now I'm stuck.
Needed assistance. Crowd really enjoyed it. They're part of the pregame festivities. I would say we're the only tandem in Major League Baseball that dances on a regular basis. I mean, think about the rest. Let's just look across the league. Anybody else dancing in the Open?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't say it's something I'm real proud of.
Oh, no. But I'm just saying.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It just happens.
It comes over us, and then next thing you know, there it is.
It's like last year in New York, it just hit me. I just wanted to dance.
Right.
Reminded me of the old days of Studio 54.
Right. So I didn't feel like dancing that night for some reason.
Yeah.
I just sat there like you dance.
Well, you were nervous. It was a big game against
Well,
the
Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Down to first base. 2 on here for the Rays. Will Rhymes coming up. Lee at first base. Salazar at second base. Nobody out here in the 8th. There for a strike over the outside corner, and it is 1-1. Popped up foul off to the left hand, out of play. Two on, nobody out here for Tampa Bay in the 8th. One-two to Rhymes is grounded back to Tazawa. He'll double pump the second for one on to first, and that is in time. So they turn the double play. Bang bang play at first, but in time.
Nice job by Tazawa, too, as he kind of gets one up high, which is certainly an ideal place for the pitcher to get it. Makes a nice feed to his shortstop, and they complete the double play. Good stretch at first base by Anderson. But those throws are always difficult for pitchers because they're throwing uphill on that mound. And a lot of times you see that ball sail into center field. Part of the PFP that's been worked on throughout the spring in every major league camp there is.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Tazawa walked the first two, but a big double play. Runner at third here for the Rays in the 8th. Outside, 2-1 now to Lee. Bard, 3 shutout innings tonight. 3 shutout innings for Sevis. 1 shutout inning for Albers. And Tazawa here working in the 8th. Three and one. In the air to left center field. Shea Swan Lynn is there to make the catch. It ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 4-0 Red Sox on top. Index innings or the Red Sox earn a save. CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston's Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. Give me fun patience here at JetBlue Park at Fenway South as we play along here to the 8th. Ryan Lavarnway leading it off in the bottom of the 8th. A lot of fans staying through the rain. Lavarnway struck out swinging in the 5th inning as he takes strike one. Romulo Sanchez, new pitcher for the Rays here in the 8th. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Good number of fans have hung around here. Most are underneath the overhang up top. Swing and a miss. Lavarnway strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. 1 down.
Struck out back in the 5th inning. This time a swing and miss here in the 8th inning for the strikeout. Fastball outside part of the plate. Hope we feel like dancing in the open tomorrow, Don.
I don't know.
I know it's really bugging you. I know this hour change has really got to you.
Now to right center field, pretty deep, and this one's going to get down. Kuhn to run it down as into second base. There's Will Middlebrooks with a 1-out double.
Al Youkilis had a double earlier in the ball game in the 3rd inning to drive in a run, and this one going almost in the same place for Middlebrooks, who took over for him at third base. He gets the breaking ball. It was a fastball to Youkilis, and Middlebrooks finds that right field wall.
So 1-out runner at second base, and Jason Repko the batter.
Seems like every year we have that game too, where you gain the hour, and we have the game on the road the next day. It's always away. It seems like.
I think last year we went to St. Lucie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Sports St. Lucie. And I think last year I started putting the clock ahead 2 days earlier, so I'd be ready.
2 days earlier.
2 days earlier, so I'd be ready for that morning.
So your mindset's, fine.
Oh yeah,
you're right on time.
I'm kind of like that.
Usually I set the clocks before I leave, and I didn't do that today. So now I got to go back.
I have somebody at the house that's doing that tonight.
Handling your time management.
I hope so, and I hope she remembers to wake me up in the morning, because if not, you may
I'll
not have a ride. See, it's really 10:55 right now.
Yes, it's 11 o'clock for all intents and purposes. So, if it's 11 o'clock and I go to bed right now, you get 7 maybe.
Well, you get more than that if you went to bed right now.
It's 11 o'clock right now.
I mean, you have to go home and unwind a little bit. It's not like you can, just go right to
shut
bed.
It off.
You got to put an oil on, have an oil.
2 pitches, misses for ball 3, full count.
Try to relax as much as you can. Get nice sleep. Good solid 5 hours. Get up and go to Sarasota.
Strike 3 call. Repko retired. 2 down, second strikeout for Sanchez. Now, last night, Clay Buchholz was on the mound for the Red Sox, and pretty good results. 3 innings, had 1 strikeout. Working on his changeup last night.
Now, the games we've had, Don, see some pretty good pitching from the Red Sox early. I know it's very early.
Felt good.
Josh Kroger batting with 2 down and a runner at second base.
I think I messed that up because I think we were supposed to have a clip from Clay Buchholz talking about that changeup, and I just decided to go ahead. Yeah,
you talked instead.
Yeah,
That was your own soundbite. It was fine. It worked. We're going to get to hear Clay, though, now.
Felt good. That's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to go out and be able to throw changeups behind the count just to get a feel for it. And yeah, I threw a couple of really good ones that came out really nice. So that was good to feel that.
Kroger rips this to right, and that's a fair ball. Jumps up into the seats, ground rule double. That'll score a Red Sox run, and the Red Sox take a 5-0 lead.
looks like a breaking ball there to Kroger that he gets ahead of the bat out. 1 hop over that fence in right field for the ground rule double. Seen a lot of Kroger, Repko here early in spring training in outfield positions.
Comes Max St. Pierre, 31-year-old from Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. Played Toledo last year for the Mud Hens. Did a 207 last year in 77 games. Played the big leagues for 6 games in 2010 with the Tigers. In there for a strike, 1-1.
St. Pierre taking over for Hassan, who was in the ball game as the designated hitter, hitting out of the 9th spot tonight for the Red Sox.
In there for strike 2, 1-2. Last St. Pierre was signed by the Tigers, 26th round pick back in 1997. Entire career in the Tigers organization. Signed by the Red Sox as a minor league free agent. Swing and a miss, and St. Pierre strikes out to end the 8th. Red Sox add a run. We head to the 9th. It's 5-0 Boston. Stay with us for Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial with Jamison Coyle. A recap of busy day of sports with Bruins Caps highlights. Full slate of Hockey East playoff games and Peyton Manning's tour of NFL teams continues. It's all coming up on Nesson Daily tonight after the game. Only on Nesson. You may be tuning in right now for Nesson Daily, but it is coming up right after the game. So we head to the ninth inning. It's 5-0. Red Sox on top of the Tampa Bay Rays. Red Sox have a new battery as Daniel Butler takes over in behind the plate, doing the catching. And Clayton Mortensen is the new pitcher for the Red Sox. He was part of the deal for Marco Scutaro back January 21st. He comes over from the Colorado Rockies. Experience in the big leagues with the Cardinals, Oakland A's for 2 years, and last year was his first year in Colorado, 16 games. He's 2-4 with a 3.86 earned run average. He is from Rexburg, Indiana, now resides in Phoenix, Arizona. Swing and a miss for strike one. Mortensen, the trade for Scutaro, the third time already in his career that he has been traded. Voigt waves at that, full to the pitch, foul tipped at 0-2. Nesson Daily coming up after the game tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Tazawa went an inning tonight. He walked two, but did not allow a run or a hit. Big double play turn. Didn't strike anybody out. And Mortensen is the fifth Red Sox pitcher of the night. 1-2. Down the left field line, but a foul ball into the seats. On the ground, foul down by the tarp area, which has not come out tonight, despite the fact we had some pretty good rain here from time to time.
Kind of dodged the bullet the last couple of nights. Rain to start the game last night, delayed just 15 minutes. Actually, even less than that, probably about 10 minutes. And for a while tonight, it did look like they were going to have to put the top on, but then it just let up.
Two-two pitch to left field, and that's going to get in. That'll roll back to the track in the wall, and heading for second base and getting there safely. Voigt's got himself a double to begin things here in the ninth inning.
Now Voigt, the DH in the ball game tonight. Now 1 for 3. A walk back in the second inning. A fly out, strikeout. Now the double. Pitch away from Mortensen, and in that gap in left center field. A little bit of a slow track as he heads to second base.
Here's Matt Mangini, who took over at first base. Played AAA Tacoma last year, 58 games, hitting at .336. Lined into left field, a base hit. Boyd takes third base on the single for Mangini. So a double and a single to begin things here in the ninth for the Rays.
Looked like an off-speed pitch that time from Mortensen, a changeup that was served into left field for the base hit. Actually, some nice hitting there. The changeup probably could have been a little bit lower, but it was away. And a pretty good piece of hitting by Mangini.
Robinson Chirinos is coming up here. Chirinos pinch hitting. 2 on, nobody out. .1-0 to Chirinos. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Nelson Daly coming up right after the game.
And we'll be on the show.
Randy Scott hosting tonight. Popped up left side. Will Middlebrooks in fair ground makes the catch. Red Sox Magazine is packed full of exclusive features, interviews, and photos of your favorite players from today and yesterday. Get the inside scoop of the official magazine of the Boston Red Sox. You can order by calling 781-545-5702 or check out a preview at redsox.com/magazine.
Did we ever find out if you had your bio in there?
No, I don't think they do.
No, it's all over the press guide.
It's in the media guide, but I don't think we're in the program.
Take a
Why
look.
don't you delve in there? While
Let me take a peek. We usually you start from the back if you're looking for us.
Right. One out, 2 on. And a pitch in there for strike one.
I'm deep in the back, Don.
Yep.
I don't see anything.
I told you. You've been eliminated.
How you doing?
Think they're trying to send a message. First eliminated from the program, and
then eliminated from the program. Yeah, I'm
deep now. You're right in the middle. There's no way we're from the middle to the front.
A lot of advertising. Very nice advertising.
There's ball 2, 2-1.
No, I'm into the players now.
Outside, ball 3. And there for strike 2, full count. Maybe we're in the front.
Heading toward the front now, Don.
Not looking good.
A big story on JetBlue.
Right.
Park.
Well, you figured that.
Yeah.
Here is ball 4, and that will load the bases with 1 out.
New staff. A lot of restaurants being advertised and a lot of lawyers.
Feliciano batting with the bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th for Tampa Bay. Jerry searches for our bios in the Red Sox program, and it appears we've been eliminated. We're out. Oh, wait a minute.
No, Tom Caron's in here. TC.
Not his bio, just a picture. Oh, okay.
It's a picture, yes.
Yes. Interesting.
Red Sox, Nesson, Town Hall comes to Worcester. And there it is. And there's TC interviewing Bobby Valentine and Ben Cherington.
Do you see me or you?
No, not yet.
No. Outside for ball 2, and Mortensen falling behind here 2-0.
Now I'm welcoming the ownership, so I don't think we're going to be in this particular edition anyway.
And we're not on the cover, right? We've confirmed that.
No, we're definitely not on the cover.
We're down to like 2 pages.
Yeah,
Come on, Jerry, let's rally.
As I move through this, no, we are not. We are not officially not in it.
It is official.
No.
We're out of the program. This one is fouled back and out of play.
But it is a very good magazine. If you get a chance to come to the ballpark, Red Sox Magazine, welcome home, JetBlue Park. Picture on the front, Tom Werner, Larry Lucchino, Maya Menino, John Henry, John Galul. Very, very, very nice magazine, except you will not find anything about Don and Jerry in there.
You don't see him, you will get no information. This is off the wall foul.
You do get a picture of Tom Caron.
Yes, you do. And a good one.
And it's a very good picture. Didn't you do some of those town halls?
No. I did Dancing with the Stars. Two pitch. Swinging a foul at the dish. Mortensen trying to battle his way back. Loading the bases here on a double, a single, and a walk, and a pop out mixed in.
And the Rays, as usual, and no matter who's in the ball game, not going easily here in the 9th inning. Down 5-0.
Fouled off to the left, out of play.
I did notice in that scorebook, which is an excellent, excellent book, I must say. It really is. There's an awful lot of advertisements for lawyers if you need any. I mean, they're all over the place down here.
No shortage of attorneys in the.
No, a lot of nice advertisements for housing.
Two is popped up left side. Middlebrooks has handled the first out of the inning, and he'll handle the second. 2 down.
Well, 1 out away from shutting out the Rays here tonight.
Just like we were in the program.
That's right. If you want a mortgage, there's a guy, Robert Hurst, who works for Waterstone Mortgage Corporation. Give you any money that you want. Anything, any kind of, you want to buy a place? He's got the dough.
Two down for Salazar. Bases loaded for the Rays. Strike one over the outside corner.
Have you heard of Jersey Sports Cafe?
I have not.
Looks like a very impressive cafe down here that's kind of loaded with Red Sox fans. They all have Red Sox outfits on. And It's very nice.
Have you given any thoughts to opening up a restaurant down here?
No, I haven't. No. Too short a span, 6 weeks.
Not enough time really to rake in any kind of cash. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Winston trying to get out of this jam unscathed. Under a bases loaded situation with 1 out now. He's got 2 outs and jumped ahead 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Two pitch to Salazar. Very high for ball 3, full count. Everybody in motion here with 2 down.
Home run now, huh?
Popped up right side of the infield. Lars Anderson coming in will make the catch, and the Red Sox win. They shut out the Tampa Bay Rays tonight from JetBlue Park at Fenway South. For Jerry Remy, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, Florida. Join us again tomorrow afternoon as the Red Sox take on the Orioles in Sarasota. John Lester will take the mound where our live coverage begins at 1 o'clock. This has been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. Coming up next, NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Randy Scott.